Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous from scratch 2. Well, we have got the Reverb G2 and it will not use the G2 controller, so we had to connect our Thrustmaster T-Flight X HOTUS. So I spent about 3 days with another alt account just getting used to it. I didn't want it to be a total train wreck. And it was. It kind of was a train wreck for a little while. But it took me about 3 days to get comfortable. And I'm not real comfortable. I'm a little comfortable. So I have to do things constantly. We did get our fed dropship. So that's kind of cool. I had to take the fleet carrier and pick up the dropship and come back. Boy, those missions they were better. They were a lot better. But they've changed it for the amount of cargo and the distance that you have to take it. So we can't see, this one would have been 100 or been about 37 million, but it's only about 6 million. So that's not too awesome. Right now that's Babbage. It's not great, that's for sure. And we're maxed out on the reputation of that faction. So it's not good. It is not good. It is far worse than it was before. Maybe they'll have some that go further, I guess. I don't know. But it's not good. Pretty awful. I hope someday it gets better. Is this left? Yeah, and the zoom in, zoom out, would have to use the keyboard and look underneath the headset. So I would have rather it still could use the controllers. And of course the controls are completely different than what they were. Sys exit. Sys exit. Okay. Sys left. And the interdictions take a little bit of getting used to. That's why I use that other account in case I died, which I didn't, but if I did.
Engines engaged.
Sys menu. Now I can move even with the panels on, so that part's good.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because of the HOTAS. But I haven't used a HOTAS before, so that's why it took me about 3 days to get comfortable with it. So I took a break from recording for about 3 days, and I'm using the microphone in the reverb, not a separate microphone. So it might take a little bit of adjustments to get it decent.
Incoming mission critical message.
So I was not very precise in movements and things before. It's really rough now. And when I'm trying to do the thrusters, then I do, because it's all in one control. So it's still going to take some getting used to. And the God rays are not real great either. And trying to just bump up the throttle just barely. It's not easy.
Foxtrot, Romeo, and Mike. We're happy to have you, Commander. Priority access
Sys
will be
left.
granted upon request.
Sys left.
Okay, Commander. Make your way to landing pad number 26. Acknowledge, Commander.
Well, I do appreciate you coming along. Make sure you press that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner of the video YouTube requires that I have 1,000 subscribers, and after 11 months and over 1,300 videos later, we have a little bit over 200. We appreciate very much all that have subscribed, the over 200, but we need much more than that. So if you could help us more, if you haven't subscribed, it's free. YouTube allows you as the viewer to subscribe to 2,000 channels for free. We just need one of those. Underneath the video to the far left, you see our YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where you'll find those 1,300 plus videos more to watch. Underneath the video in the description, you find ways of donating, joining our Patreon, finding the fleet carrier, and adding tritium to its fuel tank. So our channel needs lots of help. And most of it's free. Like subscriptions and viewing our videos.
Touchdown sequence complete. You may disembark when ready. Good to have you, Commander.
Well, I am not pleased with the mission rewards now, because they're terrible. It's taken some getting used to this new headset. Is this right? $128. Is this right? There's a few things that we might need in outfitting. So we'll check here and see if they have some of that. Still looking for another shield booster. And we're looking for a 4 shield generator. And they have 3s. Is this left? Might try some of the other locations, like Babbage, Brunel, coming back to Don's Inheritance, things like that. Sys exit. Sys exit. Sys left. I haven't been interdicted in the dropship using the Reverb G2 and the HOTAS yet. I mean, it definitely takes getting used to.
Detach confirmed. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
I mean, the resolution is probably 50% better than the Rift S. I was very comfortable using the Rift S touch controllers. So it's a whole new animal using this HOTAS. I'm sure eventually I'll get used to it. I'm just not totally used to it yet, and the God rays are really bad. And I'm sure it's a setting, because it was with the Rift S, but so far that same capability wasn't working with the Reverb. Might try it again at some point. Sys menu.
Security scans on approach.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I have to remember to bring the throttle back to neutral when I go into hyperspace, or we'll run into the star. So, yeah, it's different. It's gonna be deadly. Sys left. Sys left. But I do like that I can still drive even with the panels up. See, before that would get in the way with the touch controllers. But it doesn't with the HOTAS. So even though the panel would be up, I could still fly the ship. And it wouldn't cause problems or cause functions not to work. So there are some positives. And since my HOTAS is mounted to the table in front of me, so it's not to the chair like it is on the Avatar. I started out that way, but because there's a cable between the stick and the throttle, that cable's not long enough. If it was longer, maybe, but still, the way it's mounted right now is some heavy-duty Velcro, big wide strips. It works pretty good, that part. I mean, it's not moving. I don't know if I'll be able to get it off without tearing the paint off the table. It sticks so well, but I don't see that I'll take it off the table. It's not as easy to type now when I'm not using the HOTAS or the gaming, but I have a separate computer for my work. So yep, it takes some getting used to. It's a total different control, and like I've told you if you watch my videos, to learn your controls. Oh yeah. That's still very important, because I'm having to relearn controls. And even though I've played for about 1.5 years and I know the game pretty well, having to learn new controls, that's not fun. Even if the Reverb's controls would work, I would still have to relearn those controls because I'm sure there'd be some differences. But at least I could bind them the same way, so it would be easier. And on the forums, many people say, well, why would you want to use controllers? Well, I just got used to using the controllers. And now I can't use the controllers. So, well, I do appreciate you coming along. I need to do some publishing, some editing and publishing of some videos because I didn't do that for 3 days. And I'm not behind, but I can get behind very quickly. So I need to work on that. Is this left?
Docking request granted.
Is this left? So there's some positives and negatives. That's got to get used to it. Be sure you find a way to help the channel through free subscription, donation, watching more of our videos, joining our Patreon, all of those things. But again, the Reverb G2 is probably, in all, so far, for me, about 50% better than the Rift S. So, was it worth $600? I don't know. Maybe. It didn't live up to all the hype. See that caution zero gravity? That was never as clear as it is now. I mean, things are clearer, but the sweet spot is not as big as they were talking about it was. See if there's any better missions. So far, the missions have been horrid. It started about 2 weeks ago where the missions were bad, and they're still bad. Payouts are terrible. They were awesome, and they just went terrible. We might have to go to a different location. See, there's 48 silvers to Brunel, but still only 1.1 million. And there is 108 to New Dawn for 2.5. See, I kind of want to see if there's any location where it's just awesome. But I don't think there's going to be any awesomes. That New Dawn, the 108 silvers, is probably our best bet. See that 147 gold after we meet the reputation requirements. See, that's going to New Dawn. That's pretty good. So what it's saying is we need to carry some more missions for them. To build our reputation. right. Well, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll come along again and watch me stumble through using this HOTAS and this Reverb G2 HP headset. So until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Sysmenu.